Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 29 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where we're diving back into setting up our mechanical crafters and some crushing wheels so we can start getting into immersive, so we can start getting some steel, so we can start doing other stuff. And that's the way expert packs are, right? It cascades. We do this to this. Let's get started. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another glorious day here in TheAndrata Landia, where we have a massive spruce tree growing. Jeez Louise. Is this thing full again? It's getting there. It might be after that, to be honest. That was a lot of wood. We'll go ahead and let this thing spin around, and then we're going to go ahead and shut it off. Let it unload. We don't need that much wood again. Remember, I burnt through a ton of it when I was making my villagers. This was empty. This was about at like 1300. So yeah, we've regained pretty quickly here our backlog. So let's go ahead and take these, and then we can go ahead and throw these saplings into the barrel. And you may have seen a preview of what we're going to be doing this episode because I've been working on some stuff. So if we go back over here to our clockwork bee, I've kind of changed it up a little bit. If we take a look, bam. Oh, what's this? What's this behind our clockwork bee? Who knows? What could it be? Well, what it is a water wheel setup. So basically what I did was make it so I can't get up here. So I set up a singular water wheel here, generating 128 stress units. Could be more, but I don't have it optimized for water. It can go up to 256 like those, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. So we just have a simple water wheel set up. And then what I have, as you can kind of sort of see, is create deployers. So we have deployers set up down here that are in placing mode, and they have there's a filter set to these archwood planks and everything on there. But basically these guys are just set up here. They're linked up to this water wheel with a couple gearboxes to give them power, and all they do is receive planks from these barrels. There are archwood planks that are normally in these barrels. I have used pretty much all of them in order to make these mechanical crafters, because these require a brass casing each. And yeah, so these do their thing, and then we have chutes that pull the archwood planks into the deployers, and then they just place them down. So as Mr. Clockwork Bee figures out and remembers that he has a cuckoo clock over here that he can access, which there we go. I don't know if you caught that, but we kind of saw it in action there. Anyway, cuckoo clock is over here. Bee's doing his thing. As he makes the things, we get andesite casings and potentially brass casings. If you remember correctly, you can only do 4 at a time here, so we have that. I've been manually shearing the hive over here just because I have this here, and getting set up is 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, I need this block in order to get this done properly. So I haven't gotten around to actually doing the automation. It's not that big a deal, but I've been just feeding it these things, letting it run AFK, and then getting us our things, and then I just put my magnet back on, which is why I picked these up. But yeah, that's basically what I've done. In between episodes, we kind of automated our clockwork bee with the placing of the archwood planks. So if we go ahead and head back home here, ton of papyrus. Apparently papyrus is it may be prudent for us to take papyrus out of this, because this stuff, look at this, it is clogged up our whole system here. Give me all this papyrus. I don't know how much of this stuff we're going to need, but from 2 we get a ton of stuff. We're just going to get rid of the papyrus. I bet you that chest is full. Like, yeah, give me the papyrus. And papyrus is used for what? Making these scrolls. And then for the petal apothecary, we already have that. We can double it in a phytogenic insulator, and we can make scrolls. That's basically what papyrus is used for. So yeah, we're gonna take this papyrus. We're gonna put it in our drawers. I need to get another one of these set up here, so that way we can have more storage, because we are very close to running out here, by the way. But anyway, that's beside the point. So what we want to do today, if you can't tell, we have our mechanical crafters set up. We are in the business of setting up crushing wheels. We need to get our crushing wheel set up so I can start working on getting steel and getting our automated sequencing going. So that's where we're at. So I want to go ahead and get all of this stuff. So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 andesite alloy. I didn't mean to click that button. I meant to click this button. So we have 16 andesite alloy. We have some brass casings. I actually have quite a few brass casings, so that's good for us. I think we needed 4 of those. And then we needed a singular shaft. Is that what it was? And that's going to make us 2? Yes. Okay, so that's going to make us the things. Now, we have our mechanical crafters. We need to actually get them set up with power. So we're going to need a cogwheel. And let's get a large one as well. And let's just grab all of them. We can do some stepping down maybe and get some faster power. And then, so we have the mechanical crafters. We have that. And I'm debating, do I just want to tap into the create that we already have going on here? I could come out this way and set our mechanical crafters up on this side. Though spacing wise, it's going to be kind of a challenge. I'm going to have to bring them out one, but it's definitely doable. So if I do something like, this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that going to work? What's the actual recipe? 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 3. Yeah, I made enough, right? 21. That's how many we need. I feel like for some reason, I don't know why I'm just counting weird. I'm thinking I need 4, but it's just, yeah, it's like this. And then, bam. There's our mechanical crafter setup. And so then what we need to do is get rotational power to any of these little sides. It doesn't really matter where the rotational power comes from. It can come into any one of them, but it needs to come into it. And if we put a large cogwheel here, not there. You know what? This is 1 too close. If I want to be able to have the cogwheel come off of there, it is 1 too close for me to be able to get the speed increase, because the cogwheel would have to come here, which means this needs to be there. So let's go ahead and go in here. I'm also going to need to get some shafts. So let's switch over to our pickaxe, break this up, and reset it up such that, let's go ahead and get the shafts now, so that way I can get this planned out, because we just need a couple shafts. What's my button? Hey, hit the button. That button. Jeez. Okay, so if we're going to have a shaft come off of this to get some rotational power, and then we're going to have a large cogwheel, and then a small cogwheel. You can go... I want you to go this way, buddy. Yeah, there. So that's where we're going to have the mechanical crafters come off of. So we're going to have to go here, so it's going to be here. There. Now that should connect, and those should all be active. Good. And hopefully this, because these use... Well, it's a total... Yeah, we're overstressed. All right. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid, even with all of the power that we have, because we have those things sped up so much that we may end up overstressed. So, yeah, we're going to have to set up a water wheel just for this. So how much stress do each of these things use? Used to automate any recipe. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me how much it uses. Like, if we didn't double it, would we be okay? Let me do a little bit of experimentation here. We'll be right back. Okay, so actually, if we don't speed it up, we're okay. We're okay just like this. Unfortunately, the way that the water wheels are, we can't see how much total stress we're generating from this system. So I'm kind of sort of just stuck guesstimating, but this works. This is good enough. And so basically what we want to do now is go ahead and get this set up so that we can actually utilize it. And to do so, all we have to do is make sure that all of these are pointing all down to a central location. Right now it is pointing to 3 locations. So all we have to do is right click the little arrow. We're going to have them all go to here, and we could set up a chest or a barrel here if we so desired to have everything output into a chest or barrel. But everything's going to come down. It's all going to meet right there. So then all we got to do is put our stuff in. So just like so. And we're going to definitely have to set up another water wheel setup for the crushing wheels themselves, but that's okay. We can get that going. So if we get all of these things in here and we get our shaft set up, bam, it's going to do the process. And it's actually not too slow. I thought it was going to be significantly slower, but we do have 320 stress coming off of just this water wheel. So yeah, we're okay. If each one of these is using 40 though, that's a lot of stress. Like, it's so much stress that I'm stressed. So it should put those in there, and we should get 2 crushing wheels out of this. Bada bing, bada boom. A pair of giants is what it calls it. So that's getting our crushing wheels set up, and these have a kinetic stress impact of high because, well, they're very stressful. It's very stressful to crush things. So basically then what we need to do is go ahead and get ourselves some more water wheels. I don't know what the minimum amount of water wheels is going to need to be for a crushing wheel to set up. We don't need it to be terribly too fast. It grinds items effectively. This is the only thing. Has to make them spin into each other, so we're going to have to rotate one of them. That's fine. We put items in, it does the thing, and we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get, do I have any extra water wheels? I had that one set up out there, but I didn't know if I had made any extra. I couldn't remember, but we do now. So there we go. We have a water wheel. Now this is going to generate, let's get another 3. Yeah, we'll get a total of 3 of these, I think. Oh, that's nice. Hold Alt to request anyway. That's nice. It'll be able to send items, even if you don't have all of them, it'll send the ones that you have. I like that setup. So we need some glass. I have some clear glass. And then we can always get more. So we need these. We're going to need our cog wheels. We're going to need some gearboxes. We need quite a few things. So let me go ahead and craft up the stuff that we're going to need. Where's my cog wheels? Oh, they went over here. Okay. Let me go ahead and craft up some gearboxes, all that stuff, and then we will be back in a moment. Okay, so it's definitely not pretty, but it's here. So I'll clean this up and make this look nicer. I was just using the dirt to, you know, to plan this out. But basically, we have 320 stress units coming off of each of these water wheels, so that should be more than enough. So we have our shafts, and what we need to do is get our crushing wheels set up such that they have power coming into them in opposite directions, right? So they need to be able to face into each other, but this one needs to be able to rotate in, and this one needs to be able to rotate this way so that items get crushed when they come out of them. So we need to go ahead and figure out what our best way of doing that is. And our best way is not by having these this close. So we have gearboxes, we have things that we can do to make this work. So what we're going to do is we'll set up some gearboxes so that way we can get power, because every time you put a gearbox up, you see this one's going to rotate this way and this one's going to rotate this way. So that's exactly what we want to happen. We want one to be rotating this way, and then we want one to be rotating this way. So technically, theoretically, like just like this, if we were to do this, pick up the gearbox. Excuse me, sir. Okay, it will not pick up this gearbox for whatever reason. So we'll just go with our pickaxe and break it. Don't know what was going on there. So if we do this, and then we put another gearbox here, this is actually valid. So these two are going to be spinning into each other. So if we put a crushing wheel here, and we put a crushing wheel here, there we go. It works, and they can crush. And it's 160 stress units at current speed. So that's 320. So it's actually using the power of one of our water wheels. And we could speed this up if we were to, you know, do the whole gear thing off of this. Potentially, I might in between episodes here, but let's not stand in the crushing wheels. Oh God, break it, break it. Jeez Louise. Yeah, you cannot get out of the crushing wheel. Do not stand in your crushing wheel if you're trying to set this up. Don't do what I just did. But basically, then we can throw items directly into this, but using a chute is always recommended. That way you can queue items up, and then we can have another chute come over here. And to be honest, it actually doesn't even need to be a chute. It could be a hopper. I don't have a hopper though, so we'll just set a chute up. That's fine. And then we will get a barrel for items to go into. And then of course we're going to want to do the whole let's see what items we have going into this kind of thing. And there we go. That is our crushing wheel set up. And then the whole purpose of this right now was so that we could set up cinder flour, because we need to get into steel. Eventually all this stuff is going to get moved. We're going to make this look all nice. It's not going to be in this area, but we're just getting things set up so that way we can, well, get set up. So what we want is netherrack to be thrown into our crushing wheels. So if I grab a stack of our netherrack and then pop over here, I got to remember that I'm starting to build stuff outside of my walls, so I can't easily do that. But if we were to take this and not that, actually, I probably should have a chest here or a barrel of some sort. I like barrels because they can be opened from any direction. You don't have to worry about, you know, oh no, I can't open this because something's on top of it. Oh darn. You know what I'm saying? So if I were to, I meant to jump up, place the barrel. If I were to put the netherrack in here, it's going to pull, and you're going to see it's going to start crushing. Crush, 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 and then eventually will fall through. Once it finishes crushing, geez, it takes a while to crush netherrack. Maybe I should speed this thing up. Geez. Holy guacamole, this is taking forever. Yeah, we're going to have to... Wow. Is there like a... Oh, well, okay. Oh, it did the whole batch. I forgot that it's going to pull. So it pulled 21 at a time. So that's why it takes so long. But there we go. We have cinder flour. And then with the cinder flour, we are then able to complete the craft for... What's this? Hey, Alchemist Delight. I'll take that. Hey, building gadget. More experience. Anyway, with that, we now have the crushing wheel done. And we have cinder flour. So this is going to be basalt flour, which is going to be crushed basalt. And then it's going to be clay balls, and then that's what's going to allow us to get our coke bricks. Because coke bricks, if you remember, sequence assembly, which is a coke brick, which is coke brick blend, which is clay ball, cinder flour, and basalt powder. So let's go ahead and pop inside and get all of the things that we're going to need to crush, which is just basalt, which we have a ton of basalt. If you can't tell, I have 430 some odd plus basalt. We can go ahead and put our water away. We can put these andesite casings away in the shafts for now. Like I said, in between episodes, I'll clean this area up and make it look nicer and probably speed up these crushing wheels because we have plenty of power to be able to do so. We're going to throw that in there, and look at that. We got an extra 4 because when you crush for cinder flour recipe, you have a 50% chance of getting an extra one, and I put a whole stack in there. So you would think I would have actually... Oh, it's still processing, so okay, we're good. There's 16 basalt in there. So I got, you know, almost that 50% every single chance. Yeah, and there we go. Basalt powder. Wow, and that makes a lot of basalt powder per basalt, doesn't it? That gives us 4 and a 50% chance. This gives us 1 and a 50% chance for an additional. So that's pretty good. So that's our cinder flour, that's our basalt powder, and then all we need to do is get some clay, and then we can start making coke bricks. So if I grab some clay, I should have a decent amount. Oh no, we're gonna have to go get clay. Okay. And then all we need next is gonna be water, because we just need to make coke bricks, which is coke brick blend, which is water, 2 clay, cinder flour, and basalt powder. That's gonna get us 4 coke brick blend. So each one of those is going to allow us to make 1 coke brick, and wow. It is 12 coke bricks for every 3 of these coke bricks. And paper too. Paper's easy. But yeah, we have to repeat this sequence 4 times. 12 coke bricks for 3 of these. Let's get our calculator out because I don't know how much of all of this stuff we're going to even need. So we're going to teach the crafting calculator how to do this because, yeah, this is about to be expensive. Because how many of these coke bricks do we need to be able to build the furnace? 27. So we need a total of 27 of you, buddy. So we're going to do this. You are this recipe. 3 coke bricks going to equal this, this, and this. And it doesn't know that I need to deploy, but that is fine. Yes, so we're going to save that. Coke brick is going to be this. Redstone furnace, sure. Save. And then coke brick blend is going to be this. And actually, yeah, that'll tell me how many buckets of water. So, what do we need here, buddy? Oh, yeah, no, you're the catalyst. That is correct. Output, inputs. Clay, cinder flour, basalt powder. Oh, because it doesn't know how to make the cinder flour. It shouldn't need to know how to make cinder flour. It should just be able to tell me. Yeah. Interesting. It's saying I only need 27 Coke bricks, but I don't. Oh, you know why? I know why. I can tell you, because it doesn't recognize that it needs to do this 4 times for the recipe here. That's where our issue is. So for the Coke blend, it doesn't recognize that for the Coke bricks, it doesn't know that I need essentially 4 of each of these. So actually we need to double all of these. This is 12. This is, it's 1 piece of paper, and then it is 4 construction paste. There we go. So 108 Coke brick. And then you are this. Why didn't you remember this? It did. Oh, there's our inputs. Okay, so this is everything I'm going to need. 27 cinder flour, 54 basalt, 8 buckets of water, 54 clay balls. That's not terribly too bad. Construction paste is made the standard way from... Yeah. So we have to make a dense construction block, which is a construction block next to water. Okay. All right. We got some work to do next episode, but that's next episode's problem. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tips and tricks on any of this setup here, let me know. We're going to get into sequence assembly. I'm going to be using weighted ejector for that and try and get that going for us. We got more brass casings cooking, so I can get some filters and all that stuff and funnels, so we can kind of try and automate it a little bit. It'll make it a lot easier for us. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.